Hey chat. Hey chat, hey chat, hey chat. So this is one of my first lives on YouTube. And I think I'm actually about to start coming on here live more often. So it's not going to be a lot of people in here, but this will be posted on my page. So I just wanted everybody to know that in today's time of the dating world and pool and all this other stuff. And we're saying all of these bad things about, oh, the dating pool has this and that in it and blah, blah, blah. That's a topic that comes up almost every time I turn on my social media. And it's not about the people that are in the dating pool, it's about your choices that you're making within the pool. Okay? So, for instance, once you have done the work on yourself, right? There are certain things that you will not accept. There are certain things that will be unattractive to you. And there are certain things that you have boundaries for that you can use your discernment on very early in a situation and it'll weed it all out. Okay, we have all made the mistakes. We have all tried to give people chances. We have all tried to say, oh, you can fix it and any of that type of stuff that we say when we're just meeting somebody. However, I am not one of those women that believe that a man should know. No, he shouldn't know. He shouldn't. He only knows what you tell him, and he only knows what you have told him that you will accept and deal with, right? And it's unfortunate to make it seem like it's a training, but it kind of is. They train us, we train them, and then we work together to make sure that this thing is going to be a thing or it's not. If it's something that you are requiring of me that I know that I can't do and I can't accept, then the situation could end, right? We all have our own choices as adults. Okay? So for instance, another instance. If I meet a guy and he starts to show inconsistencies very early, that's my choice to end that situation. I don't have to wait to have a conversation with him. Or I could say, hey babe, I didn't, at first when we started out, you seemed to be really consistent. Now what's going on? I can ask the question. But it's all about what the answer is going to look like and if he's willing to fix it thereafter. If he's not willing to put up the work and the effort, then what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Same for me. If he was to bring something to my attention that he didn't like that I was doing, I have the right to either put up the effort into what this man is asking me or not and say that no, baby, that's not something I can do right now. That's not something I can engage in right now. You have to give the person, we are all adults at this point, all adults. And you have to give that person the option to want to stay in that situation or not. And if you can't have those open conversations, what are we dealing with here? So when I hear things about the dating pool is trash and this and that, you guys don't even know how to communicate. You don't even know how to communicate when you first start dating someone, and then you're asking these weird questions. I seen one lady the other day. She wanted to know if the question was wrong for people to ask if they had children or not. Someone having children or not could be a deal breaker for people. So yes, that is something that you should ask. Hey Ariel, how are you? Hey. So no, you should ask those type of questions, like if a person has children or not. She was saying don't ask that question if it's not a deal breaker. She said, but what you also need to ask is how much time does this person spend with their children? Or like, is that going to cut into you guys doing things together? That was a valid question. But for some people don't want to date children. So for me, I'm going to ask you first, do you have children? Then I'm going to ask you, how old are your children? Because that should determine how much time you have to spend with these children. So, my last guy, had 2 young children. I don't normally date people with young children, but I said, you know what? We're going to see. Let's just see. Let me not count him out because of that. One of the children don't even live in the state. Don't even live in the state. So because you have that type of flexibility, but then that also means that I have to be more secure in my situation with you when you go to visit and you go to possibly stay at that person's house. I have to be so comfortable and so secure in this relationship with you that I am trusting of that I don't need to go every time. I don't need you to show off for me like that. I don't need to be there every time to make sure, and I don't need to supervise your conversations with your children's mom. Who the hell wants to do that? That's insane. That's insane. Make sure you guys like and follow. And if you guys don't know who I am mentor Milan, and I coach women onto being more feminine. I'm out in the woods right now, you guys, doing my walk that I do. Okay? Okay? And then later on today, I will be out eating with my friend. They came in town from Atlanta. And we're going to have a good time. All right? And that's what we're going to do. Yep. Yeah, that's what we're going to do today. And then I'll shoot more content for social media while I'm out doing that. However, make sure you guys tap like, follow, share this live, and all of that. So let's get back to the conversation at hand. So, like, even for me, I'm not that good with online dating, okay? Online dating just does not work for me because I don't get connections with people through photos. I'm not a person that is highly attracted to someone through a photo. They have to be, that photo has to be something out of this world for me to be like, oh my gosh, that person is this. But then I have to see video. I have to hear the person's voice. I have to see what they're about. It's just not about their appearance to me. That's not it for me. And I think the older that I'm getting, even more realizing that is not the end all be all. Someone's appearance it cannot be it can be the top. It can be the first choice to get the door open. But you have to want something more than appearance. For guys also do too. I don't think that people discount that for men. Men love an attractive woman, but she also has to have what I want to teach, and that's the feminine energy into the room and the space, right? She's not overly excited. She's not running around. She's not loud. She's not boisterous and all these things. Like, she's not doing any of that. She's kind of sitting back. She knows her position. I don't really like to use the word stoic, but kind of. The stoicism part of it comes deeper with how you control your emotions, right? Like, so if a man was to do something to me that I don't like, a few years ago, I would flip my shit, and his too, okay? But then when I realized that I was exhausting a lot of energy into that, I decided to take that power back, and I decided to start walking away. And when I tell you, walking away and creating that silence, it was so liberating for me, but it also gave me the space that I needed to process what had happened. It gave me the space that I needed to see that that's what I didn't want to deal with anymore, or just evaluate before I reacted, And then when I come back and I have this normal conversation with this person, when I'm not as angry, when I'm not emotional, when I'm not sad, when I'm not feeling degraded or embarrassed or whatever you had done to me to make me walk out, because I'm not just walking out because we have a disagreement. I'm walking out because at some point in this conversation or at some point in this disagreement, you had became disrespectful, or I would have to say the disrespect is the thing that'll make me walk away from a person, because I feel like anything, I can agree to disagree with almost anybody, but I decided to start walking away from things that didn't suit me anymore. And I was very, very much okay with it. You guys, it is so many sounds out here right now. Y'all hear that? He stopped. I'm on my last lap, you guys. I did 3 laps around this big old lake. And when I tell you that I'm about to go and run the errands for the rest of the day, it's a good day. And it's so warm outside. It's so pretty outside today. I'm in Maryland, guys, so it is beautiful. I love this weather. So I have a couple of stops to make, and then I have to finish out my day. And maybe I'll go live here later. I normally go live on TikTok and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this live comes across to some people who did not know who I was. I hope that you could take something from this live. And I will see you guys on my next video because I'll be recording one soon. Maybe I'll do a car vlog on the way home. All right, see you. Bye.